Hi guys, I will be doing a video on how to make my cookies. We're gonna need a bowl, mixer, sugar, flour, vanilla, and salt, baking powder, and brown sugar, and also 1 stick of butter. Make sure it's soft. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna put the butter in. Let's set that aside and put measurements. So on a napkin, always put a napkin because it's just healthier. You want a cup for the flour, half cup for the sugar, and a 1/4 cup for your brown sugar. So next, we are gonna put the sugars. We are gonna put 1/2 cup of sugar. Take the half cup, dig it in there as much as you can, and I don't have a knife, but you should use a knife. If you have any type of straight object you could use, like if you wanted to use this for example, like a measurement cup, you could just go straight across and it works. So now you have your 1/2 cup sugar, you dump it right in the bowl. Brown sugar. For the brown sugar, you put a 1/4 cup for brown sugar. So you take it, always use a spoon for this to make sure you get as much as you can. Take the 1/4 cup, put the brown sugar in. So you have brown sugar and it's all poofy. That's not 1/4 cup. You smush it down as much as you can into the thing. So now it's like smushed down, right? But you still need more. That's not 1/4 yet. So you do it till it's exactly 1/4. Always make sure it's even. 1/4 cup. Right in there. Next step for this is blend. So always have your mixer. You can do a big like KitchenAid, or you can do one of these. These mixers, I'm not going to show you what's going inside the bowl. I will show you after. We're just going to blend it. That's how it should look. Even though it kind of looks perfect, what you do is anytime you need, take a spatula and go on the sides like this, and it does work. It pushes it all into one circle. Next, eggs. 1 egg and 1 vanilla. You will only do 1 egg per batch. So you take the egg, crack it 3 times, in my example. What you can do is put it in a separate cup, which I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it in a separate cup so I can see, make sure there's no shells, because you don't want crunchy cookies. I'm experienced. Take the egg and crack it. I'm gonna take out any shells if I need to. So you have your egg. If there's no shells in there, just pour it right in. Always put dishes away. Next, what you want is you want to get 1 teaspoon. You take the first and second. It should look like this. Then we're going to blend again. That's what it should look like, some type of creamy kind of sensation. Next, I'm going to take 1 separate bowl, flour, fine sea salt, baking powder. First, take a cup of flour. You need a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now we're gonna mix it to make sure the flour, salt, and baking soda is even. So it's all spread out through it. That was how to make your flour, baking soda, and salt all mixed up to be able to get it ready to put in the bowl. Now let's put the flour in the bowl. It should look like this. It's time to blend. This is how it should look at the end. Again, I used the spatula to make it smoother. It should look crumbly and it's like not too doughy because you're supposed to use your hands at the end. I almost forgot, you do need chocolate chips for this recipe, or whatever you're using. So it could be M&M's, chocolate chips, walnuts, and chocolate chips. I've had a customer to actually order that, and they loved it. There's a nice crunch to it. Mini are the best ones to get. If you get the semi-sweet mini chocolate chips, it has just the right flavor. We're gonna put some chocolate chips in. So just cut your semi-sweet chocolate chips, cut them, and clean the mess up on the floor that you made a chocolate chip. What I do is I kind of just what I feel. So I put at least 1/2 cup, and all you have to do is pour right over this. Then mix it and see how it works. If you think this is enough chocolate chips, then you're right. A 1/2 cup is what I recommend actually. So do the 1/2 cup and make sure it's nice chocolate chippy and maybe a little taste, but make sure you wash your hands after and do not do any germs in it. If it tastes okay, you're good. Now it's time to preheat the oven. Let's preheat the oven. So you press bake, and 350 is what we do. So press 350 and press start. Get your bowl and start putting them on. Make them pea-sized. It's a little size. And you want them to be little because we're making 12 and we don't want to waste all the battery, you know? And they should look like this. Thanks for watching, guys. That's how you make my cookies.